Ethereum just dropped 18%, but while everyone's panicking, some analysts are calling for 15,000 per Ethereum. Is that crazy? You don't want to miss this video. Are you ready? Let's dive in.
Hey, I'm Scott, and I've been a pro trader for 10 years. In these videos, I'm going to teach you everything I've learned so you don't have to learn the hard way. Remember to follow and share the channel, and also have your alerts on because I'm going to give you a lot of updates and you want to be the first to know.
Taking a look at Ethereum on coinmarketcap.com, we can see the entire price history for Ethereum. Now, originally, the all-time high back in 2021 was up here around 4,600. We recently came up and tagged that level on the weekly chart. Now, what we're going to do is dive in and take a look at that right now. When you look at the weekly chart, you can see that this was a perfect short opportunity on Ethereum coming up and tagging that high from 2021 on that rejection. If you want to learn how to short, join the FFA. We'll teach you how to trade. The link's in the description. By the way, let's take a look at what's next. Now, Ethereum had a nice pullback of 18% so far. These are the critical levels I want you to keep on your chart, or at least make a note of this if you're bullish on Ethereum. What we're looking for on a weekly basis is a close above this 9 EMA peak. You can see right here, that's the 9 exponential moving average. If we don't close the weekly candles this Sunday above this level, what's going to happen is we're going to break down here into this buying zone. Now, the buying zone is all the way down to 36.93 up to 39.14. This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. However, this area is going to be bought up on Ethereum. And bear in mind, this 21 moving average yellow is probably going to catch up to these levels right around the 786 Fibonacci retrace and the golden pocket. That's what the GP is, the golden pocket. So this buying zone is going to be bought up. However, if we're going to go make that all-time high, which we will, we need on the weekly SRSI to cross up and RSI to hold 50. Now, stick with me because we're going to take a look right now at the daily chart for Ethereum.
Stay ahead of the game with real-time trade alerts. Hit subscribe and turn the notifications on so you're always the first to know about the latest stock and crypto moves. Your financial freedom is just one click away. Let's crush those gains together.
This is a clean daily chart of Ethereum. Now, when you look at this right away, I can see a bearish pattern. I'm just going to talk through this for a moment, where we basically have this 1, 2, 3 highs. It looks like a head and shoulders pattern. And let's look at the breakdown target. It's basically from the high, all right, where the short setup was, to low. Now, there's no guarantee this will play out, but if it does play out, you're looking at a move down here to about 35.84, which actually aligns the buying zone right here, okay? It's actually a little lower, so it might actually dip down lower. However, we're all about this close. Watch and see if it closes above 4,200 or below. If it closes below, it's gonna go to these lower levels. Now, that said, on the high time frame, we're very bullish on Ethereum. Let's take a look. I'm going to switch back to the weekly and we're going to look at the extensions for the Fibonacci targets for Ethereum at the end of this bull run. Now, let's take a look. All you're going to do is you're going to pull your Fib retrace tool from the all-time high down to the bear market low, and then let's look at these extensions, all right? So here are your targets for Ethereum. Now, these are very realistic targets, all right? So if we break and hold above about 48.61 on Ethereum, your next target up is around 7,700. The next level is 9,800. And then we actually even have at the 1.618, 13,900 per Ethereum. Now, what do I think? I think probably about 11,000 as high as Ethereum could go in this bull. However, you can also take a measured move, and we're going to do that right now to give us an added target. So you go from the bear market low to this pattern consolidation high. You take that, you measure the move out from the breakout level, and that's going to give us a $26,000 Ethereum. Now, before you get too excited, remember, level to level. What does that mean? I don't think this is a realistic target for this cycle. However, it is on the table. Let's just first, what we need to do is hold those levels that I covered with you, all right, for those buying zones, right? And then a breakout above the all-time high. We're looking for this first level here around 7,700. So again, that's what I mean by taking it level to level. If you're gonna buy the dip, be ready to sell the rip into the move, all right? Don't get excited and start buying at these higher levels. Buy the dip, all right? I hope you enjoyed this one. By the way, share this with just one person, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Hey, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, click the link in the description. You can join the Financial Freedom Academy email list. We're going to give you free market updates every Wednesday, trading tips, and insider information you don't want to miss. Check it out.